the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? It is Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie for your Friday. Welcome to the podcast, guys. Less than 50 days to the Oasis reunion.
Mate, I'm there, first show in Cardiff. I'm there. I'm locked and loaded. Got my tickets.
I've just secured my ticket.
Really?
Got it cheap too, a lazy $880.
Didn't someone pay $12,000 to be at their first show?
I spoke to a mum the other day that paid $600 for Lady Gaga.
Oh, you would?
I'm like, come on.
And I love to sing along because you don't know what the words actually are, do you? Abracadabra, hunga dung balanguna.
How good is dynamic ticketing? But no, Oasis is back very, very soon, and the wisdom of Noel Gallagher. I'm really, really excited because this man, he has said some amazing things over the years. Actually, this one struck a chord with me. You got to listen to the wise words of Noel Gallagher that's coming up in the podcast.
Lumpy.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Is it fair to say that everybody steals something in their lifetime,
like hearts?
What I want to do, and you know what, a lot of people will go, well, I haven't stolen anything. I've never stolen anything in my life, but I think there is a moment when you are a young child that you don't know that you're doing it. So 13, 24, 10, when did you innocently steal something in your life and had no idea that that was the wrong thing to do? As a kid, I think we all go through it.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom, you're a total kleptomaniac right now.
Well, you were arrested for stealing oxygen, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely.
For what, 40 years
Which
now?
led into
No, not proven. Not proven.
And the thing is, sometimes, Fitz, when you're young, you might stuff something in your pocket. I'm trying to clean up here. You stuff something in your pocket and you just walk out of the shop and you don't realise you've done the wrong thing.
Yeah, 13, 20. Did you steal something? I'd love to hear something major. And and as a kid, you're like, oh, I had no idea. I mean, it's when you're doing it at the age of 24, obviously, you've got responsibilities.
Are you looking for innocence or ignorance? I mean, if someone stuffs a vacuum cleaner down their pants and says, I didn't realise it was there.
No, innocence. Like when a kid... And if you're a parent now, or you could have done it when you were a child as well, what did you steal and thought you got away with, but you had no idea that I'm not allowed to do? This is a very funny story because the other thing as well is that when you're in primary school sometimes you can get married, can't you?
Oh, yeah. And you get married on the playground.
You find your first boyfriend or girlfriend and they might propose to you and you go, well, let's, behind the sports shed, let's have a wedding at lunchtime and get everyone involved. Mm-hmm. These parents were confronted with their daughter who is 9 years of age. She came home from school. Have a listen.
Today we have big news. Millie has been proposed to at school. Who proposed to you, Millie?
Who was it now? Tommy.
So Tommy's proposed to Millie and she keeps telling her she's got a ring in her bag. So, like anyone, we was expecting the Haribo ring. Millie, can you just go and get the ring that Tommy proposed to you with today, please? Tommy has stolen his mother's engagement ring. 3 enormous diamonds and proposed to Millie.
Proposal for forever, Millie. Don't give it back.
What a great story. And imagine with all the other kids around, they would have been going, oh my gosh, Tommy, where did you get that from? Yeah, I got it off Mum.
Go, Tommy, go.
Brendan in Mount Annan, what did you innocently steal?
Morning, guys. It was a few chocolate bars. You know, you put a pile in your hand and you go to the checkout.
Yeah.
And then I scanned 3 and realised I had 2 others in my hand and didn't even realise and just walked out.
No, Brendo.
Bonus.
Do you ever do the one where you eat something in store and you think, I'll make sure I scan that wrapper when I go to the checkout, but you never do?
Yeah.
You never do, mate. That just goes in the pocket, mate. That's just a sample, mate, while you're walking around doing your shopping.
That's illegal. But the cops are on the way, Brendan, to Mount Annan as we speak. Maddie in Belrose, what did you steal, Mads?
I stole some little tissues, but you know the ones that come in the little little holder. They had princesses on them, so I stole 10 packets of them when I was 5, left the chemist, and 2 hours later my parents realised I'd stuffed all these tissues in my pocket.
And did you take them back, Maddie, or was that just, don't worry about it?
I think my mum made me take them back, but I can't remember that part.
Maddie, I love it.
I was just so devastated I got caught.
Well, innocence.
Let's go to Ashley in Cherrybrook. Where did you steal from, Ash?
Hey guys, good morning. When I was 5, I was obsessed with Juicy Fruit chewing gum,
Yeah.
the little rectangle packets, and we went into Coles and Mum just would not buy them for me. So I was wearing my super tight bike pants, and I shoved about 7 packets down my bike pants and had little rectangles sticking out my thighs. I didn't make it very far, but I did give it a red hot crack.
Oh,
You've gotta
there's
be-
nothing wrong with it, is there?
You've got to be busted once before your oldies blow up. You've got to do it once. Claire in Ryde, what happened at school, Claire?
Well, I was in kindergarten, and I was little kindergarten, and I was so hungry to the point where I was like, and my teacher had walked out, and the whole class was there. She'd walked out to grab something, and I just knew she had lollies in her drawer.
Awesome.
And I was like, well, that's the closest thing by. I'm going to go grab some. Now, I saw my bag was in the next room. Didn't think of that at all.
Yep.
But I was like, there's lollies, right? So I went, grabbed some for myself. Didn't offer anyone else at all, but anyway.
Yeah.
Then someone and a few people in the class dobbed on me, and I was like, oh my God. They were like, sent me to the principal's office for stealing from the teacher.
And Claire, you're still stealing today, aren't you? Calling from... This is the one phone call you're allowed to make from the police station. You're a criminal, Claire.
Well, Mr. Joy...
It literally stuck with me.
Thank you, Claire.
Mr. Joy had a jar of jelly beans, and we were stealing from those. And in front of the whole class, I still remember it distinctly, he pulled one of the jelly beans out, put it up his nose,
Awesome.
and then he put it back into the jar and said, all right, have a crack at those, kids. No one touched a jelly bean after that.
That's actually a good idea. I mean, sometimes I think it happens with parents when you decide to just put something into your kid's jacket pocket and then blame it on the kid if you were to get caught. Anyone else done that?
Well done.
I mean, I haven't done that. I would never do
No.
that.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Can I give you a little bit of Noel Gallagher humour and wisdom from Oasis?
Here we
we're
go.
50 days away from their first reunion.
Is there a, what, here?
No, not here.
Where is it?
They're starting in Cardiff.
Right,
So
okay.
Scotland. But it's, do you know what this is? I'm bringing this up because I think we're to blame here at Nova as well. Where this is Noel Gallagher talking about. He's talking about popularity, the consumer, and what people want to listen to. And I suppose that's what we do with music here. We play music for you that you want to hear.
Pop
Sydney,
music is popular
right?
music.
But he said that's not always the way it should be. So this is a bit of wisdom from Noel Gallagher. Have a listen.
The consumer didn't want Jimi Hendrix, but they got him, and it changed the world. And the consumer didn't want Sgt. Pepper's, but they got it. And they didn't want the Sex Pistols, but they got it. Fuck the customer. The customer doesn't know what he wants. You f***ing give it to him, and he likes it. And now there's an attitude in the music business where it's like, well, let's keep the consumer happy because that's what makes the music business go around. Let's put it this way. If a fashion house is a record label, right, like Dior or all those big fashion houses, do you think fashion would stay the same if they asked the consumer what they wanted to wear next summer?
Fair.
Why fashion always moves forward, and we all look different and have different haircuts, and we're all different because fashion doesn't focus group it to its f***ing customers. Customers are idiots. 99% of them are f***ing idiots. You know, not my customers. They're f***ing brilliant. You're brilliant, and I respect you. But the customers of other bands, are f***ing idiots.
He makes a good point, though.
He makes an unbelievable point.
Build it and they will come is what he's saying.
Well, this is the thing. Musicians need to make music that we learn to love.
I mean, at the moment,
You know?
everyone's turned country curious because it's working.
We shouldn't be listening. We should not be listening to what the customer wants.
Wow, thank you.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Amazing song that we played on air during the week of a local Northern Beaches band by the name of Ghazza. That have written a song about the e-bikes problem that they have on the Northern Beaches and the Dorotes. And the lead singer of the band, he joins us now, Xavier from Freshwater. Good morning, Xavier.
You, Fitzy Whipper, what's happening?
Save, my man. It's good to get some Ghazza played on Nova.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? How long's Ghazza been around for?
Yeah, we've been around since 2021. We formed in the COVID pandemic.
Wow. How old are you, Zave?
17, turning 18 next month.
Rock on,
Great.
brother.
Mate, it's a great song. For anyone who hasn't heard it, this is a bit of the song on the roadies.
Yeah.
Dave, can you tell us what the response has been by the locals, the surfers that are on the roadies? Has anyone got back to you?
Mate, well, the surfers, honestly, they're loving it. So, like, everyone that's pretty responsible and knows how to ride an e-bike knows the song's not about them. So, yeah, they've been taking it great, to be honest.
Ghazza, how are the jorts?
Yeah, the jorts are everywhere. Even our bass player is known to wear them every now and then.
Really? The jeans shorts?
Where did the name Ghazza come from, Xavier?
So the name Ghazza is actually the name of our PE teacher at Balgala Boys High School, Mr. Gary Ghazza Theodore.
Really? Gary Ghazza Theodore. He was a weapon, was he, Zave?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Does he know about the band? He had any feedback from the original Ghazza?
Yeah, he has known about the band, but we were a lot less known back then when we were still with him. So I don't know if he knows how we're doing now at all. But
Save any festivals coming up?
Any what? Sorry,
festivals or gigs?
Oh yeah, we got plenty of gigs coming up. We got a big one next Friday, Queenscliff Surf Lifesaving Club, May 23rd.
Awesome.
Mate, life-saving clubs are the best for gigs. The kids go crazy. Zave, we're loving the song. I feel that there's a bit of inspiration from the chats for you as well. A bit of inspiration from that band.
Yeah, there was a bit of inspiration from the chats, but more than anything else, I'd say the Bush Stuff. They're good friends of ours, very similar sound.
Yeah, sure.
I'd get a listen to them if you could.
Oh, you're a good egg, Zave.
Any other ideas? You've been brainstorming e-bike problems on the northern beaches. Any other problems on the northern beaches that you could cover, Zave, in the next song?
Well, maybe not the northern beaches, but if you expand out to, say, the United States, there's some stuff going on down there that we're definitely talking about on our EP, which is coming out next Friday as well.
Hey, got an idea for you, Zave. There'd be a song in the Tobacco Wars, I reckon.
Yeah.
Get onto that, mate.
That'd be good.
Get on the vapes, get on the...
Might have to do one when Origin rolls round.
He wants to stay alive, mate. He wants to stay alive. Mate, we love the song. We appreciate you coming on the show, Zave. Well done.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Good on you, buddy.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Riddle time for your Friday. Don't worry about the rain. The weekend is here when you hear that music. Okay, here we go. Ryan James, Thomas Brian Ivy.
And Ash is ready to roll.
Smashtown. You want to play along?
Yeah, why not?
Here she goes. She's feeling good about it. Just to give you a heads up, received a message from Ash last night saying, if I don't win riddle time, I will stand on my head and blow my socks off. So you think you're pretty good at this?
Oh, yeah, not bad.
Okay. Without it, I'm dead. If not, then I'm behind. What am I? Bit of a thinker. Yeah, got a hard one for you up front here.
Air?
No. Without it, I'm dead. If not, then I'm behind.
Time.
No. What am I?
13, 24, 10 if you think you know the answer too.
Might be a letter.
Oh, well done, Tom.
Yeah, thank you for that. Did you
you've
like
opened
that?
it up.
Yeah,
You've
I
opened
did.
it up to Sydney.
Might be a letter. Without it,
Oh, sure.
I'm dead. Mm-hmm. If not, then I'm behind. What am I?
Tom knows it.
What is it,
Go,
Tom?
Tom.
Absolutely no idea.
Really?
Yeah, no, I don't have it.
Oh,
I
my
don't
God.
have it.
Okay. If you add one letter to dead, without it, I'm dead. If not, then I'm behind.
As he now questions his riddle.
D-E-A-D?
D, yeah. How are we spelling dead? Lots of callers coming through.
Do you know what? I'm not sure we've had this before. There's been an absolute breakdown here in the Riddle Factory. I'm not sure this...
Mia
Mia in Russell Lee. What is it, Mia?
It's a clock.
Yes, it is.
Oh!
Smile on Mia. Just a little bit. Mia, good on you. We move on to the next riddle.
Stumped us on that one.
Stumped us on that one. Okay, here we go.
What?
What is half wet and half dry and carries something at the same time as being carried itself?
Oh, a towel.
No. What is half wet and half dry and carries something at the same time as being carried itself?
A bucket.
No.
Is it perhaps sand?
No, it's not, Tom. This is a good riddle. What is half wet and half dry and carries something at the same time as being carried itself?
Still trying to work out clock.
Don't worry about clock.
Same. I'm lost.
Forget that. Stick to this riddle. It's not a disaster.
Is it like a creature?
No.
So it's not a snail.
You might see one if you look out to the ocean. What is half wet and half dry and carries something at the same time?
Boat.
Oh, a boat.
Yes, thank you, Ryan James. That's a good riddle. Half of it's underwater, the other half is dry. It carries something at the same time as being carried itself.
That is a really good riddle.
Tom, it is. Fitzy's shaking his head. Ash has quit her job. She wants to leave Nova altogether.
What's going to be standing on her head blowing her socks off after losing riddle time on a
here we go.
Friday?
We can save this. We can save this with another great riddle. Here we go.
Well, get Mandy on if you want a great riddle.
What looks younger the older it gets? What looks younger the older it gets?
Dolly Parton.
Not who?
Just good. Benjamin Button?
No. What looks older? Yeah, sorry. What looks younger the older it gets?
It's been a big mess in the factory.
Guys, do not shoot the host because he stumbled over one
Is
word.
the factory insured?
I don't know. We had a Christmas party. We had
Mass
an early-
resignations in the factory for anyone playing along in the factory.
We had a mid-year Christmas party the other day, and things have struggled to get going. What looks
I don't know.
younger
What
the
is
older
what
it
is
gets?
the answer?
Any idea?
What looks younger the older it
Oh,
Tom, what do you got?
it's perhaps a photograph?
A person in a photograph. No.
They don't get younger.
What looks younger the older it gets? A person in a photograph.
They don't look younger. They stay the same.
But they look younger because you're getting older.
Oh, no.
So when you...
There are tumbleweeds in the production at Riddle Factory.
This has been a disaster
hasn't.
today. I'm so glad Chrissy's not here.
Hang on a minute.
The weather was bad.
Mate, Mandy and Mascot loves a riddle. What do you got,
help
Mandy?
us.
Morning, guys. It might be horrible weather out there, but it's Friday.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, well done, man.
Well pointed out, Mandy. Thanks for your fire up. What's your riddle?
What enters the water black
What?
but comes out red?
Sorry, what enters the water black and comes out red?
Yeah.
Is it newspaper, ink?
No.
Is it like seafood, like a crustacean?
Red.
Ooh.
A prawn?
Give me more.
A lobster?
It is a lobster.
Thanks, Mandy. Not a bad riddle. Not as good as mine, but not a bad riddle.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
So good to see him back in the ring the other night. And I tell you what, we fell in love with this guy because, you know, his honesty, his vulnerability. You know what? I feel like he's a great role model for kids out there that want to make it as a professional sports person. And we saw that after the Paris Olympics. It's Harry Garside. Harry, welcome back to the studio.
The great man.
Thanks for having me in.
Oh, mate, congratulations. Wednesday night?
Wednesday night, yeah, it's
Wednesday
crazy.
night, Charlie Bell, you're back in the ring for the first time in how long?
Oh, since July last year, almost 10 months. So I'm really grateful to be back. It was 3 years out of the professional ranks too. So just grateful to be back. There was many months at the end of last year that I was considering walking away from the sport altogether, and just good to feel that passion back inside. And I feel like the groundwork has been laid, and I'm just excited to start what's next.
Well, Harry, can you give us a bit of an insight? Because I'd like to know anxiety, and there's a lot of people out there that suffer from anxiety. Leading up to this fight, mentally, how were you feeling the week, the day, the hours before this fight was coming up? Like, were there moments where you're going, I don't know if I can do this?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of athletes, probably just all performers, whether that be a comedian, whether that be an actor. I just feel like we all sort of face that, especially on game day or performance day, just like that nervous energy, and you're driving to the event thinking like, what am I doing? I hope this car crashes, or I hope I don't have to do the thing.
Yes.
But it is so amazing to feel all that nervous energy, all that anxiety, and still push through and get in there. And I think that is a true marks of a man and a person and someone who wants to do what they want to do. And I love everything about fight week and especially fight day, because that nervous energy is so extreme and you just have to push through.
So that energy obviously builds to a point, and then you're in the ring and it's on. So how quickly do you reckon it takes for that energy to sort of drain, or you control it and you're into the fight?
Pretty much as soon as you get punched in the face. Yeah, as soon as you get punched in the face, which is the best.
You've got 5 stitches, but you're right. I often think that you need that first punch to go, right, we're on.
We're on. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I almost I want the bell to ring and kind of just run over him, just punch me once, please. And then we're on, Then it all just goes to the abyss.
We spoke to Alex Volkanovski. This spun us out that he said that I dread training more than the actual fight, Harry, because I push myself to exhaustion. I know what's coming up in training, but he said sometimes a fight can be over, like yours was over in 5 rounds, and then you're like, oh, okay, that was quite easy. Is it the same for you as a boxer sometimes?
Yeah, definitely. I do think the fight is the actual fun part. You know, in training, some of the areas you take yourself to mentally, physically, and emotionally is just you go to some dark areas because you have to. You're going there to fight someone, and the primal energy comes in. You feel like someone's going to take your life, but you're obviously just going in there, you're competing, and as I said, the fight is the fun part. The training is absolutely ruthless, so you got to get ready for that moment.
Harry, like what Fitzy said earlier on, Australia loves you to pieces because we feel like you're here with us. You know, you speak so openly and you speak so honestly, and after the Olympic Games, when you got a bronze, there was
France, Tokyo,
yeah. There was a moment in the last Olympics where you were doing the interview after the fight, and you said, this is going to take a lot of months to process. And I think Australia went, oh man, okay, Harry's going to need to dig deep. I think that's why everyone was so relieved that you found that fire again. But mate, you must have really had to look inside to get yourself back up.
Yeah, I think naturally we've all got a young kid inside of us, and I think there still is probably a young kid inside of me that just doesn't want to put himself out there too much, is nervous to be publicly humiliated or publicly embarrassed like I was last Olympics in Paris, and I just feel like I've got to stand here as a 27-year-old man and hold that young kid and show him that, you can put yourself out there, win, lose or draw. You're the one who's in the arena having a red hot crack. And there was many months last year where I was thinking maybe I'll just explore something else, and don't put yourself out there as much and keep yourself safe and keep yourself small. But I'm really grateful that I feel like, as I said, I'm standing here as a 27-year-old man holding my younger self and going like, it's time to shoot for the stars, and I've got you regardless if we win, lose or draw.
Mate, boxers are not meant to be emotional or intelligent, so I don't know what you've done. Do you know what, Fitz? I'd love to be a fly on the wall with you and Ned Brockman, because you're best mates, and I would love to overhear some of the conversations of you two mad bastards.
Mate, we talk about energies and frequencies and some of the most wild things.
I could just imagine there's a podcast
do you train together? Do you boys push yourself to the limits?
Yeah, we do. We do some running sessions together, but he's obviously a mad runner. I'm not as mad as him, that's for sure.
What's he like in the ring, Harry? What's he like in the ring?
But he's a country boy, so he's from Forbes, so I reckon he can throw hands. They all can. The country people can throw hands.
How many tickets did you have to? How many free tickets did you have to organise to the fight on Wednesday night, Harry?
Yeah, definitely a few. There was people, buddy, calling out me mum, going, "Can you give me a couple of tickets?"
Come on, Harry! Harry!
I'm a goldfish's uncle.
Oh man, Harry, what next? What happens next?
I'm just excited to be back, to be honest, and I'm excited over the next. I feel like I had no real expectation of myself to be the best athlete that I have been in my life, but I feel like the skeleton has been laid, and I just feel like I've got to flesh out the bones over the next 12 to 18 months and become the best athlete I can be. And I want to fight the best in Australia, and then, of course, I want to try and win a world title and retire on it.
So that's your amateur career done, Harry? Or once you go professional, can you go back, or can you compete again in the Olympics, or that you've done that?
You can definitely go back, but it's one of those things. I think as an amateur Olympic athlete, you travel so much, and I really want to foster some relationships and friendships, and I dedicated so much time to that. But I want to have a family one day, and I think the more you travel, the harder it is to sort of foster those friendships and relationships. And
you're only 27. I hate young achievers.
Well done, mate. Well done, Harry. Congratulations, mate. It's good to have you back, brother.
Thanks, heaps, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Legend.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I want to talk about wellness retreats. I've never done one, but I've always been fascinated. I'm pretty keen on going to one for a full week, Whip. Health, wellness.
My wife wants me to go to one, and I'm not good at restricting myself.
No, but I'm keen to do a bit of yoga. I'm keen to jump into a sauna or an ice bath. Get off the booze for a week.
Yeah.
This is the thing, though. I feel like there's a lot of people that do these and then they feel like they have free rein to do whatever they want afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Hotel director Matthew Howarth was so stressed out at work that he decided to go up to a wellness retreat in Cornwall over in the UK. He was there for a week and he had an amazing time. Did a bit of meditation, Whip.
Yep.
He felt really confident about going back to the hotel that he works out because he'd been stressed out so much before. He was so happy with himself after the wellness retreat, he decided to go to a local pub and get on the gins.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he had so many gins that he was then arrested after being caught drink driving in his Ford Ranger. But before that, the reason why the cops were called is because he went to a local fruit and veg shop in the area and was caught on camera taking a wee into the parsnips, nectarines and potatoes that were kept in dry storage because he'd had too many drinks.
Now, this is the danger of a health retreat, and that's why I've avoided one, because I don't want to wee on the parsnip.
See, this is... as you feel like you've given yourself a tick, done the wellness retreat for a week, now it's time for me to just absolutely annihilate myself.
Yeah, it's not. I think you're setting yourself up for failure. You're going to feel great in the moment. Ash is a fiend for a wellness retreat. She's off to Eden and all those fancy places all the time.
Yeah.
And I understand that. But to me, it's like when a bride loses a truckload of weight for their wedding. Right? Because you're then going to look back on your wedding day photos and go, oh, remember when I was that thin. For the rest of your life, you'll look back at that being the best you were, and
but
then
that's
forever
your inspiration.
That's not the point.
No, but at least you know you can do it.
But every time you don't, you fail, and people feel flat about it. Do you know the thing about the health retreat and people thinking they can smash it? Afterwards, it's like Michael Mosley, rest in peace, the beautiful doctor. He would say the problem with the 10,000 step thing is people feel like they don't need to exercise once they've done the 10,000 steps, and they feel like they deserve a reward afterwards. So they look at their watch and they go, oh, 10,000 steps, I'll rip into that bucket of connoisseur.
I totally disagree, because you then get addicted to getting to the 10,000 steps, but then 10,000 steps is not enough for you and you want to push it even more. This is the best thing about exercise. If you can just do it for the first couple of months, you then become addicted to it. And you feel even worse when you have a day off.
But even The Rock, he works out professionally to be the best he can. He has cheat days. And I love reading how many pancakes and waffles and hamburgers and chicken nuggets he'll eat on his cheat day.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a cheat day.
Have you guys seen what Ash does every Saturday morning?
What do you do, Ash, Saturday morning?
It's kind of like a HIIT class, but the first 30 minutes you're in an altitude chamber for it. The next 30 minutes you're in a hot box, so the temperature is through the roof.
What time is it on a Saturday morning, Ash?
You get there at 4:30 for a 4:40 start.
On a Saturday morning?
Altitude is lack of oxygen. They take oxygen out of the air, so it's harder to breathe, Ash?
Yeah, very hard. And you are absolutely, you're gasping for breath, but you're also so sweaty
What's
as well.
the point of that, Ash?
It helps with fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what pub do you visit straight afterwards?
So you go low oxygen, then you go hot box. What's after that?
bit of strength, so weights, and then finish off with a bit of running.
Go home, mate.
Ash,
Sleep in. You're nearly married.
You got to get up at 4 o'clock every day to do this show. You don't have to do it Saturday mornings,
No,
mate.
but that's a sleep-in. Starting at 4:40 is still a sleep-in. So
Yeah, but to me,
it's nice.
your grind is so hard, right?
Yeah.
That when you have a blowout, I can only assume that you're in a bucket of food for a week in bed, you know? Classic bed rotten stuff you face, cold pizza, boxes.
Did you let yourself go on your wedding day, Ash? Did you have a bit of a crack? Or
Well,
not
you know how
really?
you're talking about brides like losing a ton of
Yeah.
weight in time for the wedding? I did the opposite because I wrapped up an Ironman race in September and then we got married in March.
Yeah.
So I had just enough time to put on a bit of weight after the race because I wasn't in
out.
consistent training anymore.
We have nothing in common, Ash. Absolutely nothing in common.
It's well, yeah.
You know what I mean, Ash?
There's ash and then there's trash, isn't there?
Sorry,
You know,
mate?
it's sort of where
Well, you
we're
go
at.
on those eating retreats, which can be quite hard sometimes. Get up at 4:30 and
Start
have your
eating.
first meal.
Do you know what would be interesting? You know those shows where people go and live in different parts of the world? Come and live at my place, Ash, and come and have a look what the real world looks like. We can have pasta every night.
yeah,
we have
third world.
pancakes in the morning. We'll go
Kind
on.
of like that wife swap show, but
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
go live with Christian and I'll go live
Yeah,
with
no,
Lee.
no, you come and live with me.
Come and live in
then
a mansion.
Let's go and have a look how many dumplings we can get through in an hour. Those sorts of games, you know.
That's fun.
And then we'll get in the hot box and keep eating.
Sounds good.
I think my chins are talking.
Everyone's doing it tough.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
It's Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie's. It's Friday.
10K Friday in May.
All right, here we go. The best time of the week, Fitzy, and we're about to make another $10,000 phone call. But you know what? She's come in to pick up her novelty check from last week. We're falling in love with this lady. Her name is Shay from Menai. She won $10,000 this time last week when we put in the phone call. Shay, how has your week been?
My week has been really good. I am on a high.
What's the first thing that you did with the coin, Shay?
Well, the one thing that I've always wanted to do is I've never been able to take all my kids out at once for a dinner.
Oh, great.
And so that's just one thing that I really want to do.
What's the plan? Where are you going to go?
They want to go to the Japanese restaurant where they throw food.
Oh, teppanyaki.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
Oh, there's flames everywhere.
Yeah, that's the one. I think we can just all have fun.
Yes.
Reconnect because it's been a hard journey for us.
Okay.
It's
Actually-
been such a hard journey.
Actually, do you know what? If there is a teppanyaki restaurant out there in Sydney right now, let's Shay, we're going to get you to keep your $10,000 and we're going to shout you to a teppanyaki. You're saying no to us.
Come on, Shay.
But this is for the family and I know you want to do that and the kids have got braces at the moment. You had $100 left in your bank account, but, you know, we know how much this meant to you, mate. So if there's a teppanyaki restaurant that would like to host Shay and her beautiful family, give us a call, 13 24 10. We'll get involved.
Shay's done her makeup this morning. She's trying not to cry, Ryan. Tell me about the moment you realised we were calling. Like, did the penny drop instantly when Fitzy said hello?
Not really.
Shay from Menai.
Because a couple of years ago, I was ringing over to win Taylor Swift tickets for my daughter. And they were going to ring us at 5 o'clock and I knew that it was going to be on a no-caller phone and all of a sudden my phone rang and it was one of my boys. They pranked me.
Oh, not funny.
Welcome to my world of three teenage boys.
Well, Shay, it's a beautiful story, and we're so glad that you won the $10,000. And it's simple as that. You just need to get on air at any stage, and we're going to make another call right now, Shay. But we thank you for coming in. Can you please pass on all our best to the family and enjoy that $10,000 and your teppanyaki restaurant as well, Shay.
Stop.
Arigato. Okay, well, Fitz, now has come that time where we make that call.
Oh, got to do
It is the best time of the week. We get to do it again.
If you got on air this week, you are in the running. We could be calling you back right now.
Should we change someone's world today? It might be grey outside, but we're about to share a whole lot of sunshine.
Let's do it, mate. Let's do it. Tommy, you got the cash?
Here we go.
Where's the cash?
Hello?
Hello, is this Beck?
Yes.
G'day.
Beck, how are you? Happy Friday, mate.
thank you. Happy Friday to you.
What's planned for the weekend, Beck?
Oh, look, I've got 2 toddlers, so it'll just be chasing them around all weekend.
Beck, we got a traffic update from you during the week, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
Could you give us one now?
What's the traffic like this morning?
Yeah, look, I'm at home, so the traffic here is one toddler throwing a tantrum and one toddler wanting his butt wiped.
Oh, well, there's a fair bit of traffic in your bank account, Beck, because you won $10,000.
Good on you, Beck.
Oh, my God. Thank you, guys.
$10,000, Beck. How good is that?
Oh, my God. That's amazing.
Straight into the bank account.
What would that mean to the family at the moment, Beck?
Oh, it would be so huge at the moment. Cost of living and just everything. That's so amazing. Thank you so much.
Have you got any events coming up or any family holidays that you'd love to go on, Beck?
Yeah, I really want to take the kids to Fiji, so I think you've just made that happen.
Great. Beck, how are you holding up with the 2 little ones?
Oh, yeah, there's wine for that, isn't there?
Yeah, but you know what? It's funny how we all laugh about it, but in those moments where you think to yourself, I don't know how I'm going to get through the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you just kind of work from meal to meal, don't you?
Yeah, and just hope that they eat what you make.
Oh,
so,
God,
you know
Beck.
what? It's as simple as your little traffic update that you gave us. I think it was on Wednesday, Beck, but it's simple as that. And your name was drawn out. You won the $10,000 every Friday in May for this week. Congrats!
Thank you guys so much. I love Nova. I love you guys.
Good on you, Beck.
No
Have fun in Fiji. How good is that?
Thank you.
Tommy, I want to do it again next week.
Next week.
Did we run out of... What's the date today? We do it next week.
Yeah.
Have we got 2 more weeks, Tommy?
Another, $20,000
Show me the
is
money.
still up for
Show
grabs.
us the you do have it?
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, my God. Cashed up Bogan.
Tommy,
look at him.
How much have you been able to launder through the pokies these days?
Let's move on
it's
from that
tougher
too.
to do, isn't it?
It
with
is
the
a
Minns
little bit
government?
tougher, yeah, under Minzy, but...
Don't worry about that. You're cleaning it well, mate.
Oh, thank you
Cleaning it beautifully.
It means a lot.
Are we finished for the day, are we?
Yeah, you're done. You've given away the cash.
Did you want the story about the butterflies? Oh, can I do a bit of a birthday shout-out?
Definitely.
To my beautiful sister, my younger sister, Kate Whipfley.
Oh,
it is your birthday today. Happy birthday. Thanks for being a great sister. What are you doing,
Sister
Tom?
and mother, isn't she?
Yes,
She's become a mother as well.
2 little girls, Camilla and Eliza.
Uncle of the year.
Camilla and Eliza. 2
Worst bloke ever.
Uncle Mike.
She's a beautiful girl, and I love.
Drunkle over here.
Yeah. Sorry, mate.
Well done,
happy
mate.
birthday, date.
Big happy birthday from everyone here at Nova to Kate.
Don't think just Nova, mate.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.